Good morning. Listen, I am scheduled to do this video this morning. I am so proud of myself that I put everything else, all the thoughts really, because nothing else to do, but all my thoughts to the side so that I can get down here and record this video for my YouTube channel. And guess what? They're across the street cutting down trees. Lucky me. So I'm not going to let that stop me. I am mic'd up, technically. So today in the studio, we are going to be making our infamous goat's milk calendula soap. First of all, everybody's waiting for me to remake this soap. And I'm going to be so honest. I think the last time that I made goat's milk calendula was back in 2022. If I'm not mistaken, 2022. So people have been waiting for me to make this soap again, guys. Like I said, the past 2 years have been a doozy. I've been in here making orders, but there are just certain things that were not on my website, or it was there, but it was not in stock. And when I went on there the other day to update the soap, or to look, to put a new restock date, I saw that the date was like restock 2022. Oh my gosh. So, don't kill me, but we're going to get it together. Last night, well, first and foremost, there were a lot of things that I did that, I put some time into the things that were really, really bothering me and hindering me from being my best self in this business. And one of those things was me showing up to markets in the way that I need to show up to markets, and in the way that I desire to show up at markets. I honestly, guys, I really want my markets to be my number one source of income, because I make so much more money doing markets in that one day that I do than I do in a week at HoneyMilk online. And so I realized a long time ago that markets was just going to be my jam. And I felt like markets were going to be easier for me, if that makes sense, because I do not like to market. The marketing guru does not like to market. And what I mean by I don't like to do marketing online, it's so much involved in it. It's easy for me, but I just don't like to do it. So I feel like me going to markets and showing up and being present and getting the content from that is easier and a lot more fun for me to do than to focus only on posting online and setting ads and all the things. So plus I get to meet people get to see my things firsthand. They get to sniff things and touch things and feel the texture and all the things. And so I decided a long time ago, probably about 2 years ago, that markets was going to be my thing. Now, have I been doing markets? Yes. Not as much as I would like. I flaked out on a couple of markets too, which is pretty embarrassing, but hey, we're human. We all are human. Sometimes I don't think I am, but I am. And wasted money, doing that as well. So right now we're not at a time where we can do that. So welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy that you are here. You made it back to our little world of HoneyMilk. And if you are new, welcome to my channel. We'd love to have you here. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and hit the bell notification. Make sure you do not miss a video. I do not post as often as I would like, but we're getting it all together in 2025, honey. We're getting it all together. So today we are cleaning up the studio again. I didn't finish completely the last time, but we're going to do it today. And I'm going to, before I do that, I am going to mix my lye water, and I'm going to put this batch of oils onto the melter so that it can start melting. And while that's doing its thing, I'm going to be doing, straightening up the studio. I am putting the Brave soaps on the curing rack finally. And later on, I'm going to be packaging up some soaps to put on the shelves and getting them ready for markets. Now, with markets, guys, I went into my email. I don't know why I'm not getting my HoneyMilk notifications, emails on my phone. But I went in there. I was at my desk in the office yesterday, and I went there and I was just like, oh my gosh, all these invitations for markets, like exclusive invitations for me to participate in markets. Some of them are brand new, never heard of them, saw them sometimes, certain ones I saw, but never really interacted, I should say. Um, I don't know. I'm kind of taken aback, but the only thing with that is financially to commit to these markets right now, it's just not there. And it sucks. I'm going to get it, but it sucks that I have to put so much financial emphasis on securing myself in markets than anything else. And that's the bummer. There was a video that I did a very long time ago. I don't know if it was on Facebook, because I do often go live on Facebook on my personal page and on HoneyMilk's page. But I did a video on, and I was talking about having a fund for your business, right? And this fund can be used, and I'm saying FUND, this fund can be used for so many different things in your business. And as hard as it is for me to do it, I do it. But just, of course, remember, last 2 years been a little bit of a doozy. I haven't been able to commit to that, and I have to start recommitting myself to, putting a fund together for my business because of situations like this where there is not enough money for supplies. There's not enough money, even to just keep it, afloat. Sometimes it's very tough, guys. I can't even lie. But even to do markets, even to be able to just take some money, $50 to $75 to $150 to $180, whatever, the market fee is, it's pretty tough to just take from whatever you have to invest into a market, and then everything else gets messed up. So I never want to go into the money for my four walls in order to do that. But sometimes I have to, and I don't want to do that. So I want to get very far away from that. And I encourage you to try to do the same thing. But just realistically, I am just like, whatever, I have to do it. But I'm thinking I'm going to try and get into some markets earlier on in February so that I can make that money and then commit to these markets for the spring. I also have a market that will be coming up called Makers in Bloom, and that's going to be my spring market every year. So that one I'm slating to be held in May of this year. And yeah, so that's another thing that I'll be focusing on very heavily because I want it to be as successful as possible. And I've already started the ball rolling. So yeah. Now, I just got in our new body wash containers. I'm super excited about it. You can squeeze them, which is pretty dope. That was one thing with these bottles that I had before. Very hard to squeeze if you have to really get it out of there. But these, you can actually press them pretty easy, which I like. What else? So I finished trimming the soaps that I had made. I'm going to go ahead and get our our I Am Happy soaps stamped. They're already trimmed. And once I get them stamped, I'll go back later on. I think I should be able to go back later on today and stamp the other side, and just get them all done in one day and get them onto the curing rack as well. Guys, I'm trying to fill my curing rack up. Right now, it's like only 9 batches of soap on them, and that's not enough. So I do have I have 10, 11 made, and I'm going to make a third one today, but that's nowhere near enough. I have 20 something bars of soap, or 20 something batches or different types of soap. Y'all, it's just a lot. So the other thing is I'm preparing for my oils, which I have been preparing for a year. And this is an overflow of oils. That's all I'll say. And you know what, when they arrive, guys, honestly, I don't know where they're going to go. I kind of have a feeling of where I want them to go, but I really don't know where these things are going to go. But it is what it is. I just have to make the room. Just got to make the room for them somewhere. Don't know where, but I do have a closet right here in there. It's like a whole. Let me show you guys. It's where they built the soffit for. I don't know if you see this exactly right here. That's air conditioning ducts. So, and they're humongous. So they built a soffit to cover them, but the whole furnace and everything is in that closet right there. And so yeah, I just, I have to maybe clear that out a little bit and get the things in there, and at least 3 of them, and one sits out here. But I will be filling up my pot and with the oils. But listen, y'all, and that's like 180 quarts, that's all. So I listen, guys, when I tell you, I'm just getting ready for that. So I'm excited about it. But the other thing is, I'm thinking of, well, not even thinking of, this was the original plan. This general table right here, on the other side, it's kind of open. And what I was planning to do, I have already measured out the 3 items that will go, they can fit under here. However, I have to raise this up a little bit. And so that's not a problem to do. I can, do something to make sure I can get it raised up and it looks nice and all the things. And yeah, and then I can fit them under there. And then when it's time to, load my pot or clear out one drum, I can, get the next one rolling. So, but that's going to help me tremendously. And I know it's going to be overkill. It's going to be a lot, but I have to make it work. And markets is probably one of the fastest ways to be able to do that, and eventually wholesale. I am wholesaling right now, but I have not had an order on Fair in over a year, I think. And I'm kind of glad, because at that time everything was kind of low, and you have to get, Fair does not pay you right away. They pay you after everything ships, and there's verification that it shipped. And so that was always a problem for me when money was low, because I would have to, go and get the financials to get the supplies in order to make a big wholesale order and fulfill everything and order everything, on my own before I got paid for it. That's why I was just like, Fair, okay, whatever. I don't, I'm not pushing Fair. I didn't really even go on there and update a lot of things for that very reason. But I was doing pretty good on Fair as well. But everything slowed down with purpose and on purpose. And that was, I'm absolutely okay with that. So let's get started, guys. Again, welcome back to my channel. And I'm Michelle with HoneyMilk. If you don't know who I am, I run this business day in and day out as much as I possibly can. I've been doing this for about 13 years. And that's another thing, guys. I want to do a completely, a real thorough, very clear, they're so loud, very clear video on how I started, why I got started, and my whole story, the history, and the the background of HoneyMilk, and why we're here today and we're serving you. And I don't know, but I know I have to go and find a lot of content, which I do have, thanks to YouTube and Facebook, that I had always been posting on. But I just got to show you guys where I started, and I have to do it in a way, like this will be a very intricate video. Like I would have to break everything down just so that you can be entertained, but also see where we're coming from and how we got to this point and all the things. So I'm excited about it, but I will start preparing to get that done. And I do want to do another studio tour video, because that is absolutely my most popular video. I think I got like 9,000 views on it, which is crazy. And that video, that's so crazy because that video was done when I first moved in here and moved out of the old studio. So yeah, it wasn't nowhere near where I wanted it to be. But now it's where I want it to be, and I would love to get everything, you know, tidied up in here, get my supplies where they need to be, and so that I can do another video. Yeah. Now, let's get started. Okay guys, so I am back, and now we have our goat's milk oils melting, and we have our lye water cooling. So now I think I'm going to, I think that was all I needed to do in terms of getting that on. Took about 15 minutes, maybe less. But now I'm just going to put the, I Am Brave soaps on their trays to go onto the curing rack. Can you guys see that? So this is what I mean by the soaps, each and every soap being stamped on both sides, and they're trimmed. So you see how smooth that edge is. And now we're just going to put them on the curing rack. I wanted to chit chat with you guys a little bit about, and I have, when I'm doing this guys, I have to make sure I did both sides because you know me, I get distracted. But I wanted to chit chat with you guys a bit about some stuff, and let me know what you think, because in my last video, which I have not posted as of this video, as of the recording of this video, which that's I'm going to work on it now because I actually finished it. But I wanted to chit chat with you guys, and I need your opinion. Well, I want your opinion. Don't need it, but I want it. So if you can chime in and let me know. Our company is moving towards a more holistic experience for our customers, you know, and for the people that are new to HoneyMilk and they're looking for what we have to offer. And just so you guys can see what it is that I'm doing here, that would be nice, right? But for those that are looking for what we have to offer, you know, I'm all about making sure I reach my customer base and my ideal customer base. I don't think my soap is for everybody. It's not. Because some people don't care about the toxins that go in their skin. They say to themselves, oh, we have to die from something anyway, so why not enjoy a really good bar of soap that smells like something that's not natural? Who cares, right? So, but my ideal customer are the ones who do care about what goes into their system, what goes onto their skin, and they do care about the quality. They don't care about supporting someone necessarily. They just want to make sure that they have a safe place for them to be able to purchase what they want that goes with their idea of proper skincare, of proper products, you know, etc. They're still cutting those trees, guys, and it's so annoying. But I really want to make sure I reach those people. So going into a going in with a holistic approach with my company is how I know that I'm going to be able to really reach the people that I want to reach. And so I'm going to be making some more products in terms of self-care. And I talked a little bit about this, I think I did, on my last video. And I wanted to, if you guys can like chime in, I am going into the area of stationery for my company as well, through HoneyMilk. It's something that I wanted to do for a very, very long time, but I just didn't know how to bring it all together. And these are the samples now, guys, that we're putting on here. They're all kind of different sizes. So, but I wanted to go, I am going into that direction, and I just want to make sure that I don't do overkill. And what I mean by that is I don't want to go and fill up my studio with all this apparel and stationery and all the things. And, you know, I just don't want to overdo it. I want to take my time and sell out online, but also sell out at these markets with those types of products. And so that's something that I'm going to be going into, or making an addition to my company in that way. And I really think that it will go over really well. But the biggest part of that for me is space, because HoneyMilk takes up 150% of this space. And so I do have, I mean, this is my house, so I do have technically more space, or I can make more space, kinda. And that's just what I'm going to have to do. But of course, you know, I do want everything in the same location in terms of business stuff. So that's something that I'm kind of, you know, having to think about. I do have more space. I would just have to narrow down on other areas in my studio, because I don't know, guys. So I don't know. So that's going to also force me to have to get some real help in here consistently, not just for the internships, not just for the summer, not just for my winter internships, but I will have to get some real help in here. And I guess, I don't know, I'm saying all of that to say that we're growing in a direction I'm not that familiar with. I honestly am not that familiar with selling stationery or selling, well, I shouldn't even say that. Selling stationery, but also selling apparel. Now, I sold apparel before. It was just really t-shirts for my dance company years ago. I didn't personally sell it, but it was being sold at my events that I was having, my dance performance or dance production events. They were company shirts, and that was it. So that was the extent of that. But I do want to do health awareness or mental health awareness style things. And yeah, so that's what I want to do. And I also want to have stationery for mental health awareness, and also, stuff that's going to help, stationery that's going to help people to really dissect their lives and journalize things, and, be able to plan and organize properly without losing their minds. I want to go into that direction with my company, on top of providing them skincare and self-care that's a lot better for them. So that's what we're going to start working on. And I just got to really think about it a little bit more in terms of space, because the space that I have here, it's a big room. However, every inch of the room is taken up by HoneyMilk stuff, and it's not me just spreading everything out. And then I'm going to have to think about making room at the markets for these items as well, having them to have their own section. And it's not going to be a whole lot. It's not going to be a whole lot. I'm going to probably take 3 sayings and have them on shirts and crew necks and hoodies. And I would take, probably those same sayings and have them on a planner, one planner, and, an affirmation journal type situation. And that's it. So it's not, and maybe some affirmation cards. I really want to do that because, I don't know, guys. I just think, I don't know. So yeah, we won't go deep into that, but I really, really, really want to focus on doing that. And I think that it will win over really well with the people that, find what I do and the reason why I do it amazing, but also the people that need that extra boost of confidence, of assurance, of mental stability, so that also shop with me. So I don't know, I think it's a win-win situation. So right now I'm going to take this over to the curing rack, label it, and label the other ones that have not gotten labels yet. Yeah, I'm just behind, so let's get that done. Okay, guys, so now I am ready to soap, and I'm going to have to kind of hurry up and get this done within the next hour because change of plans. Noah's teacher slash therapist texted me and said, change of plans, we're going to have therapy here at the house like we normally do on Tuesdays. So I am ready though. Everything has cooled down. I'm going to check temperatures now. I just put the aloe vera in the lye water, the lye solution, because I have forgotten. And I warmed my honey because I'm going to add honey to the recipe, I think. And it's not going to be a lot of honey, but it's going to be a good amount. And I just crushed up my calendula petals. I have my milks and clays already poured and measured. My oils are now cooler. It's probably down to 120 something. And I'm going to check everything now. So let's go ahead and do that. So the lye is 105. That is even better. And let's check our, and I like to mix it up because of course, clearly, I don't know if you know, but it's going to be cooler on the top because heat rises. People would think that it's because heat rises, you would imagine that it'll be cooler on the bottom, and it probably is true. I don't know, but I always think that because the heat rises and it burns off and it gets cooler from the bottom to the top. So I don't know, but then the whole thing gets cooler. That probably didn't make any sense. And this is 106. So we are at a perfect temperature, guys. And everything is ready. This is an unscented batch. I'm making it a little bit different. I do want it to be a little speckly. So I'm thinking I'm going to add the lemon granules to it. I want the white part to be speckly and then the natural part to be just natural. And then the other speckles will come in from the calendula petals. The honey, I don't know what it's going to do. I'm going to be honest, guys. I don't know what it's going to do. And I really want to split this batch up and not make the whole thing just one soap. But I think it would be good to do that. I just don't have time to measure out and split it and all the things. I just don't have time for that. So right now it's going to be goat's milk, calendula, and honey. Yeah. So we'll see what happens. Fingers crossed. Let's go. All right, so let me get my stick blender plugged in. She's nice and clean. Like I said, guys, I do not know, and I don't have my mic on, so hopefully you can hear me clearly, but I do not know what's going to happen because I'm adding a little bit of titanium dioxide for the white portion of it. I want the majority white and speckled, and then the goat's milk calendula soap has a little bit of, and I think I'm going to put this back in the container. Hold on. I was thinking of putting banana in it, but I decided against that. And this is the container that it was sitting in. It cooled down oils. I feel like every time I go to make soap, it's always something. It's like everything starts out beautifully well, and then I always have to start rushing. I hate that. And this is a big part of me preparing to receive my oils. Like it's do or die. It really is. Like I have to have those oils, you know, because time with this, I was just watching something and it was talking about time in your business and having the right amount of time. It makes such a big difference. So I'm trying to get my time back, man. Just trying to get my time back. All right. So I'm going to blend my milks and clays in there. It's always the first thing I do. You have to always make sure. See, that's a piece of soap that I did not get out. Make sure that's in there good. So it's really important that I get these bits out of here where it is clumps of powders. It's really important because I've had it to where they didn't disperse completely and I had it in my finished product. Some people don't scrape their lime mixture out. I do. For the most part, I do. All right. Just blend a little bit more. Okay. I'm just going to stir the rest of the way because I don't want to overblend, and I want to, because once I put the honey in, it's going to speed it up a little bit. But this recipe actually takes quite some time to set up, if I remember correctly. But I did change the recipe a little bit, so. So I'm going to pour off some for, I'm going to pour off some for the natural color, and then the rest will be titanium dioxide white. Guys, when I tell you, I have had these spatulas from, I don't even know, like so many years, for like 8 years. They never separate, they never come off. This is a good 1.5 ounces of honey. We're going to go ahead and pour that in there. And I'm only going to do 1 ounce. Get that blended in. ahead and pour off. Oh, not you. I need a big one. Yep, this one will do. Hair back. Oh my God. It's already setting up pretty darn good. And I really need this titanium dioxide. You're probably saying I shouldn't have added the honey, but, well, to the white, but it's the majority. So it's just going to be a lighter shade, and that works. She's already setting up. Titanium in hopes of it not doing me wrong, y'all. Please don't do me wrong with the glycerin reverse. I know I shouldn't do this like this, but that is it, because she is going to speed up a lot. Oh, still got calendula in there. No wonder it started sounding funny. You really want to mix that calendula with your hand or with your spatula. This one's still nice and fluid. Get this mixed up in here real good. It's still nice and fluid though, guys. In all honesty, it really is. I kind of want to make this color darker, but I can't at this stage because I wanted this to be a lot whiter. But hey, either way, it's beautiful. Alright, so I'm going to get my mold. We are going to pour. Alright guys, let's go. Now this needs to go. Just a little at a time. darker, which is good. Not a lot, but at least did get a good cream color. I like it. So let's just hope that it doesn't do what I pray it doesn't do. Just get glycerin rivers. Woo! We did it. Tomorrow will be the test. It actually smells really clean, very creamy smelling, if that makes sense. It smells kind of milky, like sweet milk is what it smells like. And I would assume that's because of the honey, coconut milk. They used to try to give us goat milk in Jamaica when I was a little girl visiting, and I did not. I said, nope, that ain't it. My hand hurts. All right. Finally got a making video for you guys, a decent one. So she is done, and I don't know if you can see the color difference. There's no good lighting in here right now, but yeah, she's done. So I'm going to sit her under the fan so that she doesn't overheat too much because of the honey, although I don't think I put that much honey in it to, you know, cause it to do that. But there we go. You can see the color difference a little bit. But so we'll see what happens. By tomorrow we'll be able to cut her, and fingers crossed she came out lovely, because right now she looks very beautiful. Okay guys, so we are done, and I feel good that I was able to get her done. Oh, I don't know what time it is. Well, it's 1:30. Okay, so I have time. I have an hour before I have to leave to go and pick up my son. So I'll get all this cleaned up, because I did literally just do a whole bunch of containers this morning, like super early this morning. You know, got all the containers finally completely washed. So I'm going to clean up these couple that I have, and hopefully get in here rearranged and all that good stuff, so that when I go pick him up, I can just come back in, I can finish doing what I said I was going to do. So thank you guys for joining me today. I will, let me see. I don't know if I want to finish this video with a cutting. I'll probably use that as a separate video. So yeah, we'll come back to cut on a separate video. So make sure you tune back in. Other than that, thank you guys so much for joining me today in my workspace, and me, you know, prepping and talking and getting stuff going. And this is a typical day in the studio. It's just really and truly just getting things done, and also making room so that you can get more things done. But that's it. I will talk to you guys later. Make sure you go to honeymilkco.com for all your soap and skincare needs, and make sure you you follow me on here. I want to be friends. Let's be friends. All right. So talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching. Bye.